that are carrying some of those things. Don't instantly jump in and say, "Oh, you have that or you have that." But but it's something to actually think about. If you're having, like me, for instance, I just pulled a muscle in my hip or my lower back about a month ago or so. So I looked that up and I knew it had to do with the sacral chakra. And we covered that last week. But then I knew it also had to do with a lot of ancestral healing as well. So we need to really take these things and look into them so we can be better for each other. Pretty much that's all I have to share.
Well, I want to piggyback off of that, because you just taught a very good lesson. Because sometimes people be afraid of certain words when they hear certain things because of their limited beliefs. And so it's time for us to shift our mindset, because this is why we're here, so that way people can understand, like, you cannot just focus on the mind, you cannot just focus on the body, you cannot just focus on the spirit. Our job and our mission in life is to focus on the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so it's time for us to get to this place where we can no longer be afraid to try something new or try something like our grandparents used to do. Because I know where I was raised, like, I can't really say what my big mama did. I can only say what I learned, what traditions I learned. And I remember my grandmama, she would always give us castor oil when our stomach was hurt. She would take care of us. We never really ran to the doctor. We stayed in the country. Like, I stayed in the country from the ages of 5, 6, 7, and 8, and came back here I came to Michigan. And that's when I started eating fast food. That's when I started doing things that were not the norm of, like, just being a country girl. And so here it is, many years later, all the trauma that I experienced up from being a child to an adult, it's like I just made a conscious decision, and I said, God, I need to know who you are. I need to know what it is that I need to do. And it wasn't until, like, before I lost my father, like 2013 is when the shift actually happened to me, is when I really came into an understanding of who God really was and what God had created me to do, and how all of my life journey, it was meant for a purpose and a plan. So me coming into the chakras, me coming into my healing, me coming into an understanding of this life that I'm living. It's like I used to be like, "Oh, I'm always losing. I'm always losing. I'm going through this. This is all happening to me." But it wasn't until I learned who I was. It wasn't until I believed in who I was. It wasn't until I decided to tap in spiritually and change my way of thinking, change my way of speaking, and saying, well, what happened with my great grandmama? What did she do? What happened with my great grandfather? What did he do? What happened to my father and my mother? Because, like, they tell us what they want us to know, but beyond all of that, it's like, I was thinking about something today as I was driving in the car. It was like my father and my mother, they was learning lessons too. They didn't really know how to be a mother and a father, but they gave me the best that they could. So I had to learn to forgive them and love them. So it's just like this whole cycle of being, coming into the chakras, coming into loving my parents, forgiving my parents, forgiving me, loving me. It's doing this work. So this is a part of doing the work and getting a better understanding of this life. So that's all it is. So we can't be always one-sided and continue to get the same results. I want to do something new. So guess what? I decided to think differently and think outside the box and get the healing that I need to live authentically as myself. And that is a vibrant being. So that's what I want you guys to know.
Mhm. So it's not that you're relenting against what it is you've learned before. Basically, what you're doing is you're expanding your horizons. You're expanding your knowledge base. You're getting more information, and it's all gonna fit together. I guarantee you, because it's all a big puzzle, and it's gonna make sense. I guarantee I've done it. I've done the work. I've seen it for myself. I've walked away from some things thinking that wasn't the right thing. And then come to find out, I ended up doing full circle. And I'm like, well, this is saying the same thing as this is doing. Okay, but this puzzle piece fits this puzzle piece and it all makes sense now. So instead of you being a partial being, you're now becoming a whole being because you're now getting all of the information you need to be a better being while you're on your journey, your own separate individual journey. While we're on this, basically, we're all on this journey together, but we're doing it on separate, separate trails, separate paths, if that's what you want to call it. So It seems a lot of overwhelming, but these are some things we really want you to understand, because dealing with trauma, and we're not looking at the issues that are affecting us mentally, physically, and spiritually, are affecting our body. Whatever you're holding in has got to come out one way or another, by hook or crook. So instead of having it deal with you 30 years down the line, let's look at it when it happens. That way we don't have to deal with it later on and deal with more effects than we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
So thank you guys. I want to say hello, Deidre. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I want to say hello, Erica. Thank you both for being here. If y'all have any questions about the solar plex, or if you have any questions about healing from trauma and just wanting to know more on a spiritual level, because again, this is something that me and Melvina, we just decided to start doing because we are survivors of trauma. And so we could have either just kept complaining, kept living the life that we thought was okay, that was normal, it was comfortable, and trying to live to other people's expectations, or decided to break the rules, break the cycle. We decided to say enough was enough within our family, within our lives. We said it stops with us. And that's why we are here before you today. There's still a lot of things that we are working through. And that's what I need people to understand. Like, you see me today, and you probably see me here and there. It's like I'm working through some things. Melvina is working through some things. That's why we're here. And I love the fact that we can honestly say that we're working through. We're not stuck. Yes, we see things for the way they are now, but it took us a while to get here. Just like you, it can take you a while to get there too, or it can take you a day. Some people would take a day, but I believe when you've been through so much for all your life, it's not gonna just happen overnight like that. For most, I
mm-hmm.
can't say for you, because you know you better than you, but you got to be honest with yourself too. So
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about something. I want to say this. Like, I was overweight all my life. And I put on that weight because I wanted to, because I did not want to be loved in a way that I didn't want to be loved in. And I remember saying it. I was like, when I was a little girl, I was like, I want to gain this weight because I don't want nobody to love me inappropriately. So it took years for me to deprogram my mind to say I could be loved small. I could be loved by a person that genuinely loves me, that's not gonna bring harm my way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like with that, with the weight loss, with the way that I feel on the inside, with the way I feel on the outside. It's all change. It's like just changing this mindset. Everything starts in our mind. So when we seen things, when somebody did us wrong, we believe these things, and they continue to be on our mind, and we didn't know how to let it go. We didn't know how to release it. We put all our frustrations on everybody else and held it on the inside. So now it's time for us to release. It's time for us to think differently. So let's go on this healing journey together. Let's see what it would look like to be really healed and free. And then you can be around people that did you wrong, people that put their hands on you, people that stole from you, people that talked about you. You could be sitting in a room right next to them, and you get blessings on top of each other, because you didn't realize that you went through these things. They were a lesson that you needed to learn so you can elevate and evolve into who you were created to be. Because if you so used to being like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not beautiful, I'm ugly, I can't do this because I ain't got that money, I can't be here because this person don't like me. You have to change your way of thinking. So we have to talk about being the product of trauma. I am a product of trauma. No, 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 I'm not a product of trauma. I lived through those lessons. It made me who I am today, and I am so better. I am so strong. What they say, the solar plex says, when it's unblocked, you are vibrant, you are fierce, you are bold, you are showing up courageous. So that's what it's all about. You showing up as yourself. I am me. I am proud. I am loved. I am authentically T. And hey, Prestige, I love you, my beautiful sister. Congratulations on that baby. Hello. So
Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
yes, Melvina, that's a new mommy. I love her. So, what else you got for us, Melvina?
Well. Hi, Lourdes. Hi, Lourdes. Okay, everybody's chiming in. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, everyone. You must have put it. Where'd you put the thing? You must have sent the link over. This link over too.
Yeah, I put what I did was I posted it to my page. Listen,
Okay.
hey guys, hey
Hi.
Lourdes, hey Raymond, so listen, guys, go ahead. Oh, Melvina was about to say something before I cut her off. I apologize, Mel. I just wanted to tell them what we were talking about. It's just a little small recap. We're talking about the effects of trauma, but living through our trauma and not being afraid to try something different and something new, because so many times we're stuck on religion and our old way of thinking and our limited beliefs that we are afraid to tap into the chakras and not realizing they are a part of us. That's our energy, that's our center, that's the balances and stuff that we have in our body, well, the energy that we have in our body. And so when we experience those pains and different things, it's like we quick to run to the doctor, but you ain't did the work.
Mhm.
So think about it. We have to. The doctor is good. I'm not saying the doctor is bad. The doctor is good because you have to look at it on all the levels: mind, body, spirit. So you got to work on the mind. You got to work on the body. You got to work on the thing that is spiritual. Spiritual, and spiritual is not just going to church.
Raymond had a question. He said, "What is the topic?" Is that what he was asking? The topic is actually about trauma and dealing with the sacral chakra and how it affects, how trauma affects the sacral chakra. So, if you want to do a quick recap, T, about some of the things, really quick, of how what it affects, or what did you want to do? Oh, wait, hold on, cause see, we got somebody online. Well, we don't got her online, but Lourdes, she's a yoga. She knows yoga. Getting to the root chakra, mind over everything. We did that one 2 weeks ago too. We did
Mhm.
2 weeks ago. We did the root chakra, and last week we did the sacral. We're going over the solar plexus now. But yes, the root chakra is very, very important. That is, if that one is messed up, then everything is just out of whack. Literally from the bottom up. Usually they say from the top down. No, 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 no. From the bottom up. If the root, just like a flower, think about a flower. It's got to have a root first before it can grow. If that root is messed up and it's dead, or if it can't get any dirt or anything to grow, nothing else is gonna happen.
Mhm.
So just think, if your root chakra is messed up and it can't ground itself into the earth, which is where we get all of our energy from, where we receive from Mother Earth, where we receive from the universe. If we can't get our roots into that, then we can't grow. We cannot be who we need to be. We cannot flourish. So if the root chakra is jacked up, there you go, right there. We are plants. Definitely. That's why I said flower. That's the
Melvina,
only thing I thought about.
yes, Melvina, do you know how to do that? What I said on the go to the chat.
I didn't go to it yet because I
Okay,
was too busy talking.
I know. I'm so sorry because I'm excited, but you wanted
I
something. Keep
know.
going, keep going. You said something. You finish your thought. Cause woo,
So yes, we are flowers. I was there it is.
yes.
Okay. So yes, there is we are definitely, she hit on something that was really, really important. That's why I broke it down and said a flower, because when you look at a flower, it has to be planted somewhere. We're planted into the earth. That's where we tell people, when you go outside and you get grounded, you're tapping into that energy source. We are like a seed that's being planted into the ground, and we're receiving healing, we're receiving nourishment. So have no problem with going out there, taking your shoes off, walking around in the grass, lay down in the grass, sit on a tree, go hug a tree. I guarantee you, if you do it, you will feel the energy. It will feel weird, because the first time I did, I was like, oh, this actually really works. Oh my God. So I was like, how in the heck, can I do this? Um, it works. It really does work. I had a video a long time ago when I went to the beach, and I did not know, you know, what was really going on. And I just laid out and I just felt so much energy surging through my body. I felt wonderful, and it was the best thing. And now I'm to the point where I can actually just walk out on my balcony, which is made of wood, which is part of the earth, and it's down into the ground underneath, and I can feel the energy too. Yes. There you go. Definitely make a grass angel. That's exactly what I did.
I love that. I love it.
And I was laying by the water, and it was a little tiny beach and everything. So trust and believe. We're
Mhm.
telling you these things not because it's just cute. We're
Mhm.
telling you because this is natural healing for us. We, at first I thought it was crazy, but then when I think about it now, you heard you came from the earth, you're going back to the earth. In a certain form, this body is connected to that. Our spirit is connected with the universe. But put the two together and you got an explosion going on. Just think about it. It's beautiful. We are the most beautiful beings on the planet that could ever be. To be able to receive sustenance from mother earth, and then also from the universe.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly what you just said. To heal is to believe is to live. So don't be afraid to step out into that unknown, because again, you're not getting rid of what you already know. You're just stepping out and expanding your knowledge and bringing it all into one. It's coming full circle. Do not be afraid to come to full circle. And please do me a favor. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't do that. If your spirit and your heart is saying, check it out, check it out. If something in you is telling you to see about this one, see about it. Yes,
Mhm.
please do. Do it for yourself if you don't do it for no one else, because
Mhm.
it's about your journey, not anyone else's.
I like how she said that, and I hope and pray y'all heard that, because sometimes we miss those key things because it's not traditional, it's not normal. But listen, we're getting back to the basics, we're getting back to the root, like she said. So you have to go outside and get that grounding. So that just simply means don't be afraid to walk outside barefooted. I know when you was little, your mom and other people might have said, don't go outside, put them shoes on. Yeah, in that gravel, yeah, in that concrete, you probably wasn't supposed to be walking barefooted, but I was a country girl for a little while. So I was out there running on rocks, but I still was connected to the earth. So this is important for us to allow our babies to go outside and be in that grass. Y'all go outside and they might say you're allergic to grass. Listen, we need the earth. The earth is a part of us and we are a part of the earth. And I love how Melvina just summed it all up. Lourdes just summed it all up. And guess what? This is our goal. We're going to come back each and every week. This is a new time and we want to see how y'all like it. If y'all like the new time, y'all continue to rock out with us for the whole rest of the month. We're going to be rocking out every Saturday at 7 p.m. East Central Standard Time, and that's 8 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. So I want you guys to come back. If y'all got questions, what it looks like, what it feel like, we are spiritual life coaches. We are authentic. We are holistic. We are whole. And that's what we want everybody else to do. We want you guys to be healed. We want you to be whole and we want you to be free. That's the most important thing that we want out of life for each and everybody. We don't want you to feel like you got to continue to live in bondage. We don't want you to continue to feel like you got to live as a hostage. Like you can't allow your mind to be free. Because guess what? It can. And who is going to take Melvina?
You,
You, you,
you.
you.
Yes, Erica made a point. She said even sitting in the sunshine for 10 minutes a day can brighten. Let me tell you about the sunshine.
Yes.
That, believe it or not, vitamin D doesn't just come in milk. Vitamin D, the best vitamin D you could possibly get is from the sun. Now, I'm not saying go out there and get sunburned. Put on your sunscreen.
Go ahead. Fact.
Sunscreen on now. Don't go out there and do nothing crazy now. Don't think I'm gonna be like I tried told you. But yes, go out there and get in that sun. Think about it. And if you think about it, when people in the summer, we have more energy. The minute the sun comes out, we can't wait to get outside. In the
Mhm.
wintertime, we like this. Energy is just
Uh-huh.
So they say in the winter, you take in more supplements or eat foods with vitamin D in it, because that's going to help you, because you're not getting as much sun as you normally would get in the summertime. So in the winter times and in the late early or late fall, no, what am I trying to say? Late fall, winter, early spring, which is actually not spring but sprinter, because we know when, we, when we're trying to go in the winter,
Mhm.
Oh, come out of winter, go to spring. The snow keep coming for some dadgum reason, man. I just don't understand. So she said, apparently, Lord said, apparently it works for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Walking outside barefoot, it feels good. You can feel the surge through your feet. Thank you so much. We love you, Lourdes. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we hope to God you come on here one day with us because I know you have a plethora of knowledge. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just, hey, wait. I just saw, hold on. Everybody, wait a minute. I got to show this. We ain't going
Hey,
nowhere yet.
Jacarla.
Hold on. Latasha, I see
Hey,
Nicole. We
love.
want to say thank you to Raymond. He's on here. Palms to the sky. Yep, that's it right there. All
Go
day.
outside to get the rays of sun,
They say
baby.
two toes up. We're gonna put two hands up.
Hmm. And my cousin that's trying to get me, I'm gonna put her on blast. See, that's the thing, that's the power about social media. My cousin, she sent the message through my best friend, like, I ain't messing with T. I love the DK Abrams. That is my cousin. I love her to life. She is amazing, and that is my soul sister. We've been rocking for a long time. So I want to say thank you for being in the building today. And I'm going to call you when we're done. I love you.
I want to bring up one more comment Mr. Raymond had said, and this is what he says. The war that lasted in Liberia from 1990 to 2003 was a tragic and difficult period in the nation's history. It was a conflict marked by extreme violence and destruction on a massive scale. During this time, Liberia and its citizens were faced with numerous challenges, including economic hardships, displacement of populations, and human rights. It was really a sad time, T.
Mm. So that
So
they experienced a major traumatic experience.
traumatic.
And that was on a grand scale. That was not just from their parents to the children or like the family, but that was the whole country, because
Mhm,
Liberia is a country in itself. And
mhm,
so to be able to have that, like, how do y'all actually recover from that? And Raymond, thank you for tuning in from Africa. We are so glad that you are here. And
mhm,
so
mhm.
we need to have conversations. We need to be, me and Melvina would love for one of your peers to sponsor us to come so we can have these healing circles, so we can overcome the traumatic experiences that y'all did, because many of y'all probably still walking around there confused, like, why did this have to happen? And
Mhm.
I know it's still many different things that you're going through because of that. And so we want to talk to your leadership. We want to have those healing conferences. We want to do something bigger on a bigger scale, because even though y'all are in Africa, y'all still our brothers and our sisters. And we need to be where you guys are, so that way we can help to heal the communities together, because it's going to take you, it's going to take me, it's going to take everybody else. Look what she said. You see that?
Mhm.
Past.
Past trauma still have trauma like PTSD. That's why we're going over this because the one thing I want everyone to understand, and why we're talking about this, a lot of us, and this comes from our ancestors, and I'm not saying it because I want you to feel bad. I want you to say this because we need to be the light that they weren't able to be from now on. We need to push it. We need to kick open the doors. It's time now. Y'all know we talk about the millennials like it's crazy. We say millennials, they crazy, they this, but you know what? Think about the generations. You had the baby boomers. They did what they had to do, and they kept their mouth shut. They took what they had to take, and they just kept their mouth shut. Wrong or right? Okay, this is what whatever said. I'm just gonna keep my head down and keep my mouth shut. Now, then you get the Generation X right here. So we up here. We like, okay, I see the wrong, I see the right. I still not gonna open my mouth, but I see it. So when I get grown, then I'm gonna open my mouth. But wait a minute. Here comes the next one, the millennials.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? They didn't just see it and say, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm going to see it and I'm going to say something about it and you're not going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got generation. The next generation takes it on, sees it a different way. I'm going to see it, but I ain't going to say nothing. Now, this is like, no, we're going to put something to action. So while we think they wilding out, they're actually correcting some mess that we haven't corrected yet. They might be going about it the wrong way, but at least they're saying something. So now we need to kind of bridge that gap and listen to them more, because I firmly believe in my heart, if we're listening to them more,
Mhm.
then they won't be just as violent, because right now they're just as lost as we were,
Mhm.
and they need to have a voice. Somebody needs to stand in the gap for them and let them have that voice. We need to hear what we're not hearing. It's easy to judge them, but wait a minute, they're the next generation. Somebody's got to guide them. The voice, the person who we needed them. I can't. Yep, that's it. What she said. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all.
And that's okay. And I want to say some. So some of y'all need to look at your kids. Are what I've observed and what I've noticed is like some of my friends that have children, their children are like 10 times them when they was little. So it's like the kid is like they have a mixture of their mother and their father. And so it's like we say they bad. No, they not bad. They just learning how to channel their energy because they are being more like she said, they're vocal and they're making change. So either we gonna step up to the plate and do what we need to do, or they gonna be the ones that bring forth change, and then it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too
And
late.
they we gonna like how to change. We're not gonna like how they change it, because they're gonna do it with force.
They're gonna do it with force, and as you can see, it's already being done. But a lot of our babies and our children are losing their lives too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so much. They are being exposed to too much too soon, and I hate to say it. And so I actually have a good friend that's over here. He's one of my chefs, and so I'm going to see if he's going to be willing to come on here. But I'm not going. I don't know if he's going to say anything because me and him was having a conversation about fentanyl. That's what it was, fentanyl. We were talking about fentanyl, and a lot of young people and older people have turned to this drug. And
Mm-hmm.
so,
Good
why?
night.
Huh?
I was saying good night, Raymond.
Good night, Raymond. We'll talk to you soon, and thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
so many people, so drugs, and why I want to talk about that because a lot of people turn to drugs to aid pain, and drinking to aid pain, or whatever the case may be, to suppress and repress their feelings and their emotions. So now we want to talk about it so we can release and not hold on, so we can change our feelings and our emotions and just be feeling that what's necessarily and expressing whatever we need to express so we can show up as ourselves. But while I'm talking about this, like I said, me and him were talking about it, and we were saying how it's an epidemic because back in the day it was heroin and crack cocaine, but now it's fentanyl, and so many people are losing their lives. He was telling me a story about somebody that he knew, they lost their life. And so would you like to say something? I have him, like I said, I have him on. Melvina, is it okay? Is this a safe space for him just to come and just say something
Yes.
about whatever you would like to say? Just introduce yourself because he's going to come on probably again because he's somebody. I want him to talk right quick. Come here. Come here, Malik. So just let everybody know who you are and just a little bit about what it is that you do.
Hello. Nice to meet everybody. My name is Malik Du Bois. Again, I'm a friend of Miss T. Nicole, and by extension, a friend of you all. And I am a chef, so I'm preparing our first meal right now. But when we met a few weeks ago, again, y'all, this is my first time being on y'all's in earshot. And the trauma, trust me, I understand. I have not heard anything adverse that came out of y'all's mouth. And I encourage that. And my thing is, I cook to bridge the gaps. That's my art. But I'm also into the holistic, organic, natural cooking, also. Like everything I just made here is from scratch. I cut up, season. If I could get salt rocks, I'd break my own rocks, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to take up y'all's time. I have been thrown into the middle of the fentanyl K2 crisis because my family members back home in Arkansas are on both sides selling and using.
Whew.
And I know several people that have died in the last month. And I just met a Go Zone rider this morning that shared with me that her grandson just passed March 1st. So I want to take that challenge on myself to be the voice for our children. Because they don't know what to say. They are confused, and they were raised by confused parents, which were raised by confused parents, which were raised by slaves and any and everybody else. So we, like y'all were saying, somebody has to stop it. I have the voice. I have the courage. I have my creator that has my back. My sister has invited me into y'all's space. So I know I have support. So again, I'll get back and let y'all have y'all moment. I'm hoping I get an opportunity to share with y'all again on a continuous basis, because we've been waiting for this day for over a month. Our creator said, hey, y'all wasn't ready. Y'all were strangers. Let's get the understanding that y'all are really working towards something that I have for y'all. So here we are today. Yes. So I'm going to get back in the kitchen because that's what I do. And I hope that I get a chance to share with any and every one of you all.
We appreciate you.
Passion, that's my art. I love y'all. I encourage y'all to keep going. And again, through the trauma in 47 years, I've never been in a setting like this where we encourage each other. I'm from a place where negativity is the economic driving force. So with that, I encourage you all to continue. And if our creator sees fit to keep us breathing, I will be back to share with you all again.
We look forward to it. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate that.
Thanks for your time.
I had to bring him on because he's healing through food. And like he said, it's the holistic aspect that he comes from. And so like a lot of people don't have holistic food or don't have food that's healing and nurturing to the body. And like a lot of these things, sickness and diseases is caused by the food that we eat. Yeah. And so that's why I wanted to bring him on, because me and Melvina, y'all don't know. I haven't really had a chance to talk to Melvina, but y'all don't know. We're putting something together, and hopefully and prayerfully you guys will be there with us, because we're putting out this space and this energy for you guys. So I want you guys to look at what he made me. I'm sorry, but I want y'all to see it. So look.
Ooh!
And what would you call it?
A creation.
That's good enough for me.
But we have baked sweet potatoes and pinto beans to go with this. No bread.
My goodness.
Yeah, y'all need to get to Dallas as soon as you can. This is how we do it.
That's how we gonna do it. We love y'all. That's how we gonna do it. That's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother from another mother.
And Lord said those are the best. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, but while we're on the solar plexus, some of the foods that are good for healing or helping to heal or get the solar plexus balanced are, now the solar plexus is the golden yellow color. So we look for golden yellow fruits. Every chakra has a color. So there's food colors that are associated with each one. So bananas, pineapples, corn. Who is that? Barbara Floyd. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Lemons and yellow curry are all good choices. Bonus yellow is a natural mood enhancer. Yellow is a natural mood enhancer. So if you wear yellow, you know, the color yellow, it's a mood enhancer. Also feed this chakra with complex carbohydrates and whole grains such as oats, brown rice, spelt, rye, farro beans, vegetables, and sprouted grains. Now, I'm going to say this only because she said, she said I look pale and yellow. I think you look beautiful, whatever.
Whatever she has on. Here go the solar plex, so you guys can see it.
And it's called the mood. Lord Jesus. Mudhadra.
Yeah, see, I didn't even attempt it. Thank you, Melvina.
So, how can you strengthen your solar plexus? Physical workouts. pranayama exercises. I wouldn't know about that. So I'm gonna have Lourdes take over that one day. I'm just saying.
Lourdes, maybe you can come on the show and really do the exercises. I think you should do that for us. If you're willing to, let us know. We'll have our people get with your people.
You right. Let me look. You and Max Main. Ha! Definitely. We need Max Main and Lourdes in the house. Pontiac's finest.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, get ready.
Binaural beats meditation. And one day I'm gonna bring on a segment. I'm gonna do a segment and I'm gonna talk about the binaural beats and the meditation, the different hurts that help you with. There's another thing help with the physical, with the mind, with the anxiety, with the traumas. There's different meditation beats. You
Exactly. You're right. I did. I love it. But listen, so Melvina, right now the show is like 30 minutes, right? So
well, it's an hour now, but
right,
yeah.
no, but look, hear me out. So we're gonna make it an hour and we're gonna incorporate all of this, but we need y'all to make sure y'all tune in. Y'all gotta show us love. Y'all gotta show us this is what
Share this on your page. Click, like, subscribe, share the pages, on your groups, in your groups. We need your support because we really one thing that we're trying to do is get everyone or those that want to, because we know it takes time, but we also know that by you holding on to it, you don't heal. It takes the process of healing takes longer. So what we're trying to do is what we're doing. We're showing you what we do. We're talking about our traumas. We're opening up about our traumas and what we went through, and we're sharing those with you, because when you talk about it, when you tell the story, you heal. You come out from under those things of bondage and the things that people have put you under, and control and manipulation. And you have family members, and don't say that because it's gonna hurt the family name, and don't say that because of whatever. But the thing about it is, you're holding in that trauma from childhood, but you're saving somebody who, what for? He need to go through his own trauma. They did what they did. That karma needs to come back because they need to be helped too. Believe it or not, nobody ever comes out the womb saying, I'm gonna hurt you. They've been hurt. Hurt people do hurt people. And somebody got mad at me for saying that at one time, but I don't even care no more because it's true. Hurt people hurt people. Some might not hurt people, but that's not all the majority. Some may deal with it a certain way, but they don't know. When you look at it at the same time, stuff happens. And if you don't know how to heal from it, you find a way it comes out of you explosively. It comes at someone else in another way. It transfers over to your child. So I want to share that with everyone. Everything goes hand in hand. Yes, it does. And believe it or not, when one hurts, we all hurt. Mm-hmm. I don't care what race you are. If somebody across the seas is hurting and we see it on the news, that's going to affect you. I don't care what you're thinking about. Okay. You might not act like it, but it's going to affect you. You hear about war over there in Russia and everywhere. That bothered me. Yeah. That bothered me. So we're all one. We're all connected. We're all in this fight together. And we need to get back to loving one another. Hurt people, majority of the time, do not have the tools to communicate till a safe place is made. That's what we want. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. This is a safe place that we're giving. If you want to come on here and you want to tell your story because you need help, because you need the tools so you can heal, you have two coaches here who have been through it, who have been through the trauma, who have been through the hurt, who have chosen to stand up and speak their voices and let it out. Because at the end of the day, everyone's telling us not to say anything because they don't want to be embarrassed, but we're the ones dealing with the hurt. And all they're telling us to do is suck it up and move on. You can't suck anything up and move on when you're actually going crazy. And everything inside of you is breaking down, and people ending up with diabetes and cancer and high cholesterol and lupus and all these things that people think that are hereditary, not understanding it's not just because it's hereditary, it's because somebody decided not to heal from a trauma. So I said all that to say, Therese,
Listen,
See?
as she's speaking, she's just speaking to my heart because I watched my father die from four. He had five different ailments. Like
We
I,
love you, Lourdes. Come on next week. We'll be here, same bat channel,
yeah. Till the next
same
time.
time, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Eastern Standard.
Yes. So what I was saying was I lost my father. He died to five different ailments. And the thing was that really lit something inside of me because I'm like, ain't no way a person should have to experience that. Like I don't know what his traumas was. I don't know what he endured because we rarely ever really talked about the past. I only knew some of the things that he shared with me. And so I said, me being molested, me experiencing what I did, I was like, I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to allow any hurt or anything to stop me from becoming who I need to become for me. So, this is so imperative that you guys come with us every week or just come listen in. Even if you watch it on replay, make sure you let us know that you watched it on replay. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want us to cover some, don't be afraid to let us know because one thing about this is authentic living with Mel and T. This is authentic living with Mel and T. So, in order for you to live authentically, you have to be willing to let go of all the titles, the worries, the fears, and the doubts, and everything everybody placed on you. You have to be willing to walk in your power. So, this is the place and the space for you to show up as yourself. So, meet us here every Saturday for the rest of this month at 7 p.m. Central Time. Central Standard Time or Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern. And the thing is, next week I'm actually going out of town, but I'm still going to show up for y'all. I'm going to show up for me because I need this too.
So, my question to you is, are you ready to show up for yourself? Are you ready to put that oxygen mask on for yourself first before you try to help someone else? So, Coach T, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook at T Nicole, or you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Driven by Purpose. That is spelled PURPOS 3 for social media. So on all social media, Driven by Purpose, PURPOS 3, or T Nicole on Facebook. And how can they find you, Melvina?
They can find me by checking into my emails at rebirthdimension@gmail.com or check out my webpage. I have a webpage now, y'all.
Yeah, go on, girl.
Rebirthholistic.com. You can check on my page, see what's going on, chime in. If you see some products you like, let us know, please do. But you can also, I'm here on Facebook under Melvina Ford, or you can look under my business page, which is Rebirth Holistic Healing. So, with that being said, I think we've done a good deal today.
I do too, and I appreciate and I love you all. I was just making sure Melvina was finished before I chimed in, but I thank you guys, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And make sure y'all invite a friend next week, same time, same place, the same channels.
Next week we'll be covering
We'll let you know next week.
the heart chakra.
She said the heart chakra, and what else?
We're going to be covering the heart chakra and how trauma affects the heart.
So y'all heard it here today. Look, she knew what it was. Thank you, Melvina. I love you.
And with that being said, we will see you all next week. We thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. We love you. And have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening. Bye everyone.